All right, welcome. My name is Tejal Patel. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. This is a 45-minute movement-focused yoga class. If you experience any discomfort, pain, any type of sensation that requires you to stop and pause, I urge you to listen to yourself, listen to your intuition, and practice at a pace that feels suitable for you and helps to maintain your breath. Okay, at no point do I want you to hold your breath unless I'm asking you to. And even if that's uncomfortable, creates nausea, dizziness, or unease, you can discontinue that practice. All right. So for today, go ahead and sit up in a comfortable cross-legged seat. You might consider your non-dominant shin coming forward first, and then explore how you feel in your body. Take a moment to scan the body by thinking about each part of your body and noticing the quality. Tired, awake, energetic, and noticing the temperature. Cool, icy, hot. And as you take your awareness from your feet all the way up your legs into your torso, chest, shoulders, out to your arms and fingers, up through your shoulders, neck, and head, just explore how there might be different sensation in different parts of your body. If you're working with injury or any condition that you need to modify for or take a variation of a pose, I encourage you to do that for yourself, and that is more than welcome. And take one or two more deep breaths. Place the hands on the body or place the palms together. I want to invite you into an intention today. It's to enjoy play while you practice and to avoid focusing on the result. Oftentimes we get ourselves into practices that challenge us, and in the challenge we might experience frustration or doubt, fear even, or question our sense of belonging. So I want to encourage you to notice if those things come up for you, but also just notice how it feels to reframe your practice today, to offer yourself permission through the intention of playing while you practice. So we have a lot of other spaces in our life where we have to deal with the heavy stuff. I want to invite you to consume this practice and be immersed in this practice in a joyful way. And if there are any barriers to experiencing joy in this practice, again, try not to push those away. Rather, welcome them and acknowledge them because they're just a part of this moment and they're part of the present moment and your mindfulness in this moment. So as you explore your wholeness today, can you attempt to reframe the practice as a practice of celebration and joy, even in the more challenging moments? And that's the question that I have for you. That's also the intention that I have for you, to play while you practice. That being said, place the hands together in front of the heart. And this is just a little joke between you and me because it might get challenging and it might get confusing. And at those times, let's say a little prayer to try and stick to our intention. Let's make this practice an offering on the journey of play. Take a deep breath in and a clearing breath out. Explore an in-breath through the nose and an out-breath through the mouth, nice and soft. So you can maintain that breath, or you can breathe in and out through the nose, Ujjayi breath. Up to you. All the options as you explore play through your practice. And when you're ready, I want to invite you to join me in the sacred mantra and chant of Om today. And let's sing Om and chant Om with the quality of lifting our voices. So wherever we start, go a little higher as you finish. Take a deep breath in and a clearing breath out. Inhale for Om. Let's go onto our backs. So as you come onto your back, you can move your cushion away and just make sure you can lie back and that your head can rest comfortably. So a few times windshield wiper the knees side to side. Kind of let loose a little bit through your spine, through your hips, through your inner thighs. Point and flex the feet. And then hug the knees into your chest. Rock and roll forward and back. Notice if you feel discomfort in your spine as you do this. If you do, you don't want to rock and roll unless you can really explore what it means to round your spine, drawing your navel back and in. If you do that and you still experience pain and discomfort, you can roll to the side and do a side lying cat and cow. And then slowly we'll all come up to sit. Go ahead and extend the legs forward. Walk your sitting bones back. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, fold over your legs. We'll stay here for 3 more breaths. So if you need a bolster under your knees or under your seat, find it and place it there. If you need blocks under your knees or under your seat, same idea. Set yourself up. Couple more rounds of breath with your aim. So just because we're doing this, we're already feeling a sense of length. You can add a little more effort or you can ease up. Up to you. One more moment of full and deep breath. And then slowly rise up to a seated Dandasana. So strong legs, reaching out through the heels. Maybe a soft bend in the knees if you need it due to hyperextension. And then move the low belly away from the tops of thighs. Press your palms down. Depending on the length of your arms, you might need to bend your elbows back. And then keep drawing the navel in and up. Deepen the breath. Push into the finger knuckles and the palms. Press out through the full foot, especially the heels reaching out and away. And then watch your knees. Try to keep your kneecaps pointing straight up. We want our knees tracking right over our ankles. We don't want our knees bending out to the side or turning. See if you can keep your hips in neutral rotation to allow for that. Take another deep breath in and a clearing breath out. Really breathing into the sensations in your body. And as you inhale, draw your right knee into your chest. Hug and squeeze. Start to extend the foot forward, straightening through the leg, and then lifting that thigh as much towards you as you can. You can keep the knee a little bit bent, or you can straighten through the leg. But again, notice the rotation of the hip. You don't want the knee to turn in or out. So you might already be feeling a big sensation of stretch here. You might not be feeling much, so you can really engage through the spine to start to incorporate sensation that feels like a place where you can manage breath, but also explore the intensity. Okay, and then while you're holding your foot, start to draw your other knee up and in. Okay, we're gonna round the spine, so really press your lifted heel away, draw your other heel in, and round the spine back. So really slowly rock back, and then land on your back. Extend your left leg forward again. Take your right leg up and release your hands down. Keeping the legs scissored apart. We're on our back, so it's like a fallen warrior 3. Take a deep breath in here. And then slide onto your left foot and take a figure 4. Press your right knee away, the thigh away, deepen the breath, and then hug your left thigh into your body. Draw everything in. You can add on pressing your right elbow back into your right thigh. You can keep your feet flexed here. Try to keep the chin soft towards the body rather than up towards the ceiling. Bend the elbows in towards the side so you can observe how your shoulder blade retraction is tracking down the back. And then go ahead, cactus the arms out to the sides, and then drop your knees, crisscrossed as they are, to your left. Deepen the breath, head turns right. Couple more rounds. And roll onto your back. Extend your left leg forward, draw your right knee into your chest, drop the heel towards your backside. See if you can rock and roll the hips up and down, keeping your legs in this shape. And then let's see if we can just roll forward to seated. Fold over your extended left leg. Let your right knee fall open to the side. Deep breath in. Exhale to fold. Hinging into that open hip crease. Slowly rise up to seated. Take your right leg forward and take a forward fold over your legs. Walk your sits bones back, extend over your legs, press your heels forward and lengthen through your spine. So if you feel like you're jamming up against a wall with your hamstrings like this, you can bend your knees and see if that gives some relief and length to your spine. If you're appreciating the sensation of opening in the backs of your legs, you want to be careful not to crank your spine forward and down. You can lift up a little bit to focus in on the sensation you want to feel in the legs. Okay, we don't have to do all the things at once. It's hard to focus on one thing as it is. So you might want to relieve certain parts of this pose, but stay really aware of the changes you're making. When you're ready, slide the hands by the side, seated Dandasana. So press your palms a little bit back behind the line of the hips, lengthen up to the spine, push your heels forward, and then open up to the chest, slight contraction of the upper back. Observe your low ribs, try not to splay them forward and wide apart, pressing into your palms. And I'm feeling a nice stretch in my forearms because I do this New Jersey meathead workout where I work out my forearms. So this feels really great for me there. I wonder where you're feeling it. One more breath in. One more breath out. When you're ready, left knee into chest. You can hug and squeeze that thigh into the body. You want to be able to balance on your hips and through your extended leg. Start to straighten your left leg up. So I definitely feel this differently one side versus the other. It's just the way I use my body. I might even be in different dimensions in the length of my legs, but of course that might just be from muscle tightness, more so on one side than the other. So as you breathe, just try and explore what the sensation is for you. Is it mostly leg? Is it mostly arms? Is it armpit? What's happening? Does your knee feel okay? Are you able to track it straight up in a line, or are you feeling like you're rotating your hip just to keep your leg raised? So make your variations and adjustments for your body. Keep holding that foot forward and up, and then start to draw your right knee into your chest. Okay, the transition is just rocking onto the back. We're just gonna rock onto the back, and you might have to rock and roll forward and back a few times, but we're gonna rest on our back with our legs in this shape. So when you're ready, draw the navel back, round the spine, and start to rock and roll. And then land on your back, extend your right leg back onto the mat, and then release your arms with your left leg up. So you're on your back, warrior three, deepen the breath. Press your right heel down and away, press your left heel up. Rebend your right leg, figure four with your left ankle onto right knee, and then press that knee wide for a moment, keeping the sitting bones dropping down. When you're ready, hold your right thigh into your chest for a figure four. Press your left elbow, if you want, into your left thigh to add that additional opening through the external rotation of your left hip. Notice where you're feeling the sensation. Can you breathe into those areas, or do you need to ease out? Remembering our intention, can we play while we practice a little? So play in, play out, move on to the field, maybe go take a break. Drop the legs as they are, crisscross like this to the right. cactus the arms, and then spinal twist. So whatever you want to do with your left leg to encourage a sensation that you're looking for, you can open through that external rotation by drawing the thigh away from you. You can deepen the flexion by drawing the knee into you. All of that has a counteraction to the doer and non-doer of the muscle groups. When you're ready, roll onto your back, keeping your legs as they are. Right leg straightens up, left knee into chest. Drop your left heel towards your back thigh, extend your right leg up, and draw that thigh as close into your body as you can. So with a little momentum, we're gonna rock back and then roll forward onto our seat. Okay, take a deep breath in and lift. Exhale, roll to the seat. Good. Hinge forward, let your left knee fall open. It's a Marichasana variation, and deepen the breath. Janushirshasana variation, and then deepen your breath as you hinge forward. Slowly rise up, knees into chest, rock and roll forward and back. Remember when I used to somersault all the time? Spine felt good then. See if you can rock and roll forward and back, come up to stand, and then face the front of your mat. Okay, deepen the breath, inhale the arms up and overhead, plant through the feet, maybe look up past the hands, Anjali Mudra, through heart center as you fold over your legs. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, half lift, heart forward, look down, keeping the chin softly drawing back, and then exhale to fold. Inhale, unroll, press into your feet, keep them rooted down as you roll the shoulders up, back, around, and down. And we'll do it again. Reach up and back. Take a look at your mudra. Exhale through your heart. Soft bend in knees. Melt the hands to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen through the spine. Lift off the hip creases. Exhale, melt and fold. On your inhale, unroll. Rebounding with resilience. Back up to your mountain pose. Opening chest. Palms forward. Breath in, arms raised. Anjali Mudra. Up and back. Exhale through heart center, knees still track forward as you fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt and fold. All right, one more time, take your half lift. You might find your blocks under your hands, slightly forward of your feet. And then from there, raise your right leg, reach it back, supported warrior 3, hug the inner thighs together, press the palms into the support, and then soft landing for Parsvottanasana or pyramid pose. Rock back into your right heel as you hug your left thigh back into space. Walk your blocks one by one underneath the shoulders and forward fold over your legs. Press back evenly through both heels and see if you can ground into the big toe mounds of both feet. Deepen the breath and exhale fully. And if you can, without touching, imagine your sits bones reaching back, then up, melting, lengthening. Deepen the breath. One more inhale. One more exhale. Walk the blocks forward. Pick up the back leg once more. Draw the knee to the nose. Release the foot down. Come through a soft chair as you inhale, reach forward, up and back. Other side, exhale, hands through heart center, fold over your legs. Inhale, half lift. Blocks are nearby, hands to the blocks, and then lift your left heel. Start to reach back for that supported warrior 3, using the support just for these first couple rounds, and then keeping it or deciding to let it go. Hug your inner thighs together to manage that opening of the hips. You don't want to swing the hips open to the left. Push through your left heel. Take another breath. Lift from the back body. And then as you exhale, shift back. Land the toe mounds down and reach into the heel for Parsvottanasana. Nice and mindfully walk your blocks one by one back under your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen spine as you reach your sits bones back. Exhale, melt over your legs. So it's just a practice. There's no result here that we're looking for. We're just exploring sensation. We're continuing into alignment. We're acknowledging where our body wants to go, where we might want to repattern and send it. We're just open to the experience of it. Right? If we worked at this practice like we were taking a test, then we'd have no fun. So let's see if we can explore that sense of play and just being present in this moment, in the sensations. Can you ground evenly into your big toe mounds? Take another breath to lengthen the spine. And then slowly walk the blocks forward back to your warrior three supported. Inner thighs draw in. And then as much as you can, draw your left knee to your nose. Hug, hug, hug. Press into blocks, round the spine. Release the foot down. Take a soft chair as you rise up. Reach forward, arms raised, up and back. Exhale, hands through heart center and release the arms. Yeah, let's take a couple rounds of Surya A as you inhale the arms up and back. Exhale, forward to fold. Inhale to half lift. And step, step, or hop lightly back. Lower, knees can come down. You can take several push-ups if you're working that upper body strength. You can move from your push-ups right into upward facing. And then we'll meet in downward facing, sitting bones back and up. So breath in for 3. And 2. And 1. When you're ready, lifted hips and heels, soft bend, look forward, walk, walk, or lightly hop forward, folding over your legs. Inhale, half lift, nice strong upper back, mid back. Exhale, forward fold, head hangs heavy. Arms go wide this time, thumbs point forward, rise up to stand, back bend any amount. Hands through your heart, release your arms by your sides. Second round, inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, forward to fold. Surya A is like a nice, cozy sweater, right? We know the fit, we know the pace. We take it on our own if we need to. Moving through, taking your variations, working on what you want to work on. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Sitting bones back, then up. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Sitting bones back, then up as you find soft bend in the knees in your Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward facing dog. When you're ready, hips and heels lift, soft bend, look forward. Left foot then right, step or hop lightly forward. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. When you're ready, arms wide, reach out, press into feet. Back bend, hands to heart center, release the arms. Take one more, take it at your own pace. Inhale the arms up and back, Urdhva Hastasana, or follow along with me. Exhale, fold over the legs. Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana is a half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Hop, hop, or step, step back, lowering. Back bend, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On your inhale, lift the hips and heels. On your exhale, soft bend in the knees. Lightly empty the breath, then walk, walk, or hop it forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold, melting over the legs. Arms wide, reach out, rise up. Back bend any amount, hands to heart center, and release the arms. Let's take an inhale. Find your chair pose. From your chair pose, I want you to focus on your left knee tracking forward, not in towards your right knee. Press firmly into your left foot. Start to lift your right heel. We're going to extend the right leg forward in our single leg chair. Lower into that left foot, maybe bend the knee, but make sure it tracks forward. Take one more breath. Hands to heart. Find that little sense of hope and a prayer. Swing it back to warrior three. Deepen the breath. Good. When you're ready, step back, high lunge. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Soft bend in both knees as you tap the back knee down towards the mat. Draw that knee back, then down. Inhale, straighten both the legs and press into back heel. Press down into front foot. Exhale, fold over the legs. Fingertips to floor or the front shin or blocks. Inhale to half lift and exhale to fold. Couple rounds of breath in, adjusting so you can find your hips parallel, your back heel grounded, and the front sitting bone reaching towards the back heel. When you're ready, lift off the back heel, walk the hands up to heart center, find your warrior three. Reach out through the back heel, hug the inner thighs together, and hold the shape, deepening the breath. Slowly draw the knee into the chest. Figure four, ankle to thigh. Lower into figure four chair. Send the gaze forward. Send the sitting bones evenly back. Deepen the breath and hold here. Very slowly draw the knee to nose. Hug the knee up and in. Release the foot down. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Melt over the legs. Turn the fingertips to point back and keep walking the hands back as you hinge forward at the hips. See if you can get more weight into the fronts of your feet while pressing into your palms. Deepen the breath in the upper back. Try not to tuck the chin. Just let it hang. Let the back of the neck open as well. And when you're ready, sit back into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Making sure that your right knee is tracking forward, not in. Start to lift your left heel. Pick up that foot, extend the foot forward, and see if you can sit a little deeper. Again, try not to twist or turn at the knee. Knee points forward, sitting back, raising left thigh. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Hands to heart center, offering up your swing back to warrior three. Try and keep the energy strong as you hug the inner thighs together. Keep the inner right foot pressing down into the toe mound, into the inner heel, and then reach back out through the left heel. Take another deep breath in and a full exhale. Reach the arms forward as you step back lightly, high lunge. Breathing in. Breathing out, tap back the back knee, press it back then down. Feel that opening in the quadricep. And when you're ready, straighten the legs, press into both heels. Press into left heel. Hug the inner thigh of the front leg back and in. Exhale, fold over your legs. Find your inner big toe mounds as you hinge forward at the hips and melt over your legs. Keep breathing. Front heel dragging towards back heel, outer hip drawing towards back heel. Both knees pointing forward. Deepen the breath in and full breath out. Slowly walk the hands forward, lifting back heel. We'll take our warrior three. You can use the support of the blocks. You can take hands to heart center or any arm variation as you reach back through back leg and down through right leg. Keep breathing. One more breath in. Length. As you exhale, bring that left knee forward. Take a figure four chair, sitting back. Let the knee fall open, flex through the left foot, and you might land your forearms to your front shin. You might not get that far. Just notice where you're at. If you need the blocks, they should be right there for you. Finding stability in your shape, finding sensation where you want it, and moving away from it where you don't want it. Take one more breath. And when you're ready, rise up, knee into the chest. Hug it in, and then release the foot down. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Exploring what's coming up. Can we still enjoy this practice? Exhale, fold over your legs. Turn the fingers back, parallel the feet. Walk the hands back as you hinge forward over the hips. Breathe into the opening of the hamstrings as you find the upper thighs rising up. I should say the back upper thighs. And again, this pose is a perfect pose to recognize that the results of this pose is really not our focus. It's just being here and holding it. One more moment. Letting this practice be one less thing to worry about. Maybe one more thing to enjoy. When you're ready, let's do it again. Inhale for chair pose. Arms reach forward and up. Okay, your right heel lifts, your right foot is forward. Sit a little deeper as you exhale. Raise the right leg a little higher as you inhale. On your exhale, warrior three. Inhale to stay. Exhale to stay. One more cycle of breath in. On your exhale, start to transition back. High lunge, arms rise up. Exhale, tap the back knee. Front knee stays over ankle. Inhale, straighten both legs, hug those thighs together. Exhale, back heel down, fold forward over your legs. Parsvottanasana. Inhale up to fingertips, adjust, acknowledge where your body's at, and exhale to fold. Inhale, walk the hands forward, supported warrior three to warrior three. Virabhadrasana three, find the energy and strength. Draw the knee into the chest. Figure four chair. Up to you to stay here or fold over the legs. Keep breathing wherever you are. You might land the hands and melt. Deep breath in, clearing breath out. Take your time to come out. We want to find our steadiness to draw the knee into the chest. Deep breath in. Release the foot down. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Parallel feet, heart rises, hips forward. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt and fold. Inhale to chair, sit back. Press into your right foot. Send your left foot forward. Right knee still tracking forward. As you breathe, maybe sit a little deeper. Inhale to lift the left thigh even more. You gotta exhale to transition, warrior three. Find the hugging in of the thighs. One more breath. One more exhale. Soft landing, high lunge, arms overhead. Hug in through the thighs. Exhale, back knee bends down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, acknowledge, adjust if you want to. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands forward, lift the back heel. Warrior three, supported to any variation. When you're ready, draw the knee into the chest. Take the figure four. And then notice what variation you want to take in this moment. If you move into the fold, blocks or fingertips to the floor might be nice. And as you come out, take that focused effort to bring the hands to heart. Rise up, knee into chest. Give it a hug and a squeeze. And release the foot down. Inhale the arms up and overhead, parallel feet, add the back bend. Exhale, forward fold over the leg. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Drop the head, hang heavy. Find a moment of breath. Widen the stance. Widen the feet, wider than the mat. Toes point out, knees start to track in the direction of the toes. Your hands can come to blocks or palms flat to mat. So try to lower and lift. Keep the chest forward. Knees wide, lower, drop, and lift, straighten. Lower, knees bend, elbows might bend, and straighten. Twice more. And straight. And last one. And straight. Go ahead, walk your feet in. Keep them a little wide, toes still turned out. Lower into your squat. Elbows press the knees wide. See if you can reach the arms forward while sitting back into the heels. Reach and sit. Reach and sit. Reach and sit. It's like a nice counterbalance going on. Push forward through the toes. See if you can open the inner thighs even more. Reaching, widening, sitting. Take one more breath and then drop back. Rock and roll onto your spine. So like we did earlier, I want to invite you into an interesting leg variation and then a rock and roll back and forward, balancing on one foot. So we're going to do a little differently this time. Roll onto your back, drop one heel towards your back side, and straighten the other leg up. The heel that's dropped towards your back side is the one you're going to land on, keeping the straight leg off the ground. And how that's going to work is by exploring what balance you need in your standing foot and how you need to spread it through the toes. So we're not just back into our heel where we fall right back. And we're not just so far forward that we tip to the side. So 3 tries on one leg. Notice what you need. You want to keep your arms out of the equation. So rock up and roll forward. Can you land on your foot? Maybe not. Back and forward. Maybe hands to heart. That little hope and a prayer. One more time. Notice what you need. And forward. Keep that leg lifted. If you're not there, come join and release. Roll onto the back, legs over the head, and then roll them back down. We're gonna do it on the other side. So we wanna extend the leg that was just standing and then bend the other knee into our chest. Okay, start by activating your bent knee foot so that you can step as soon as you land. And you have to keep your straight leg engaged as well. Quadricep flexed and drawing into the body. Hands at the heart might be nice, just so that the energy is controlled and drawing into center of body. When you're ready, try one. Can you lift yourself up and stay lifted? Rounding your spine, release and draw back. Oh, I didn't even lift that second time. And then third time. And stay lifted. Hug into the center line. Extend out through your right heel. Hold it. Press forward through left toes. Hold it. Take one more breath in. And roll it back. Legs over the head. Few times. Let yourself play. Maybe a plow. Tuck toes. Reach out through the heels. Make sure head and neck are okay here. If you want to do Viparita Karani Mudra instead, flat on the back, legs extended. That could feel nice too. Deepen the breath. And then slowly release the feet to the mat. Rock and roll side to side. Already feeling it in the quadriceps. And then roll all the way over to your side. Find your blanket. Come to kneel with your feet against a wall with your blanket underneath your knees. Blanket can be all the way up against the back wall. And then go ahead and step one foot forward and lift the toes of the back foot, bringing the top of the foot to the wall behind you. So you might already be feeling a little sensation of stretch. You might not yet feel it. So what you want to do is slide your knee back against the wall, sit back against the wall, and slowly rise up. You can stay here for 3 rounds of breath. You can start to move your whole spine back of your hips back. Again, move into the sensation you want to experience or away from it if it's not where you want to go. Controlling your level of intensity and the range. A little bit is a lot here. So let's slowly come down. You can walk your knee down. You can send the other foot forward. Okay, you don't want tuck toes against the wall. You want to press into the top of the foot. And then when you're ready, slide the knee back to the wall. Use that to press your body to the inside of the foot. Already you might be interested in how this feels and exploring staying here. Super great to know where you want to be and play into that. Good. So I'm creating an excessive back bend just to be upright. You can neutralize and still draw your pelvis back and still explore what's happening in your quadricep. Or you can stay upright and really work to draw the navel back and in. Maybe cactus the arms to find the upper back reaching back, but notice where the excessive back bending is happening and if that's where you want to be. I do not want to open up my ribs so much to create a contact with the wall. So noticing that, I'm going to adjust out. When you're ready, release, release. A little different for our final resting pose today. Make your way slowly out. I'm going to invite you back to the wall, but this time with your blanket, with your bolster. Okay, so you want something a little firm. I have one that's not as firm as my double stuff, but I'm going to go with the regular just to be able to show you. Stacking a blanket right on top and keeping about a block width distance away from the wall. That's going to be for the drop of my sits bones. So how to get up on the wall into a nice fit here is to sit right on top of your bolster, facing away from the wall or facing the side of the wall. You want your inside sitting bone close towards the wall and you want your outside sitting bone down. And then you want to lean onto that outer hip, lean onto that forearm, and use your back hand to press into the ground as you swivel up. So depending on your floor, mine's really kind of smooth. My bolster moved around on me. I'm not fully on the bolster. I want my sitting bones dropping down. But with my legs straight up, that doesn't feel so hot. It doesn't feel like there's a point to this really. So I think Sukhasana is going to be where I want to be for our final resting pose. Now you, of course, can play with this. You can remove the support underneath your back to be on the floor completely, legs straight up. You can explore where the support is so that you can find that nice dropping down of your sits bones as you come into cross-legged position with your legs. Practice the arms or traditional Shavasana, downward V, out from the sides. Release in the head and the neck. Try to expand the body with the breath. And notice how you're feeling. Actually draw the attention into the sensations and the feelings. If we forgot the intention of the practice today, if it didn't land for whatever reason, that's more than okay. Start to explore what is there with a sense of acceptance, not rejection. Deepen your breath. Deepen your awareness of your surroundings and of the internal sensations. Stretching and gently moving, rocking side to side. Roll onto your right side. Draw your knees in and press first into your hands, tucking your chin to rise slowly up to your seat. Inhale the arms wide out, then up, palms might meet. Exhale your hands into Anjali Mudra in front of your heart. Take a moment to explore what is happening, the truth of the moment, bringing your full presence and awareness right into here and now. And let's close with the mantra of Om rising up. Breath in. If you wish, please join me in a soft bow to honor this practice, honor this space, honor this community, and honor this land. Rising up, hands to heart. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. It means peace. Thank you so much for your practice. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.